What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So in today's video, we're going to go over some of the hedge funds that are actually investing in NIO right now, and some that have been investing in NIO for the last couple quarters, and exactly how this could affect the price of NIO and just the overall business of NIO going forward. Also, make sure you guys stick around to the end because I'll be talking about my thoughts and how I think this is going to affect NIO. But as you can see, NIO is up around 1% today. They've been down most of the day, slightly, and then in the last couple hours or so they bounced up, and now they're up around 1%. Now if we take a look at the 1 week chart, you can see they're up almost 5% this week. Now that's not super phenomenal, but it seems like in the last few weeks they've been going up pretty steadily, and this week is no different than the past few weeks. I mean, besides the week where the whole stock market pulled back a little bit, which was a little over a week ago. But other than that, it seems like NIO has been going up pretty consistently. And if we actually compare the chart of NIO to Tesla, which I've shown in the past, NIO follows a really similar chart as Tesla. But if we take a look at Tesla, you can see that they're almost the same chart. Now, not quite. Yesterday was slightly different, where NIO was a little bit higher yesterday. But just in general, there's a very similar trend in both Tesla and NIO, which I personally think is a good thing because NIO is a much smaller company right now. And so if they can kind of piggyback off of Tesla and follow Tesla's trends, then that really would help out NIO and help them grow, even though it might be like an inflated price, because if Tesla goes up, that shouldn't technically mean that NIO should go up. But if NIO does go up as Tesla goes up, it should definitely help out the share price. But here's what you guys came for. And I don't know exactly how accurate this article is. It was published yesterday on the 15th of September, but it says that as of the second quarter of 2020, there was 30 hedge fund portfolios that had NIO added to them, and we're coming up on the end of third quarter, so it could be higher than this. But for now, we'll just figure that there's 30 hedge fund portfolios holding NIO right now. And so according to Insider Monkey, 30 hedge funds were tracked that were holding NIO and they were long on NIO. And this represents a change of 88% from the first quarter. And then if you compare this to the previous year of 2019, there was only 14 hedge funds holding shares or bullish call options on NIO a year ago. So I think just in 1 year to over double the amount of funds that are holding a stock is pretty phenomenal. And I think it's a very bullish sign for NIO if there's a lot of hedge funds interested in adding NIO to their portfolios. So out of all these hedge funds that have NIO stock in their portfolio, D.E. Shaw has the most valuable stake in NIO, and it will actually represent almost $150 million by the end of quarter 3. And then behind them, not quite into the 100 millions, but at $90.5 million worth of shares, Jericho Capital Asset Management is in second place. And then in terms of weighted portfolios, Electron Capital Partners actually has the biggest stake of their portfolio invested in NIO, and they have 7.65% of their 13F portfolio invested in NIO stock. And generally how wide funds are, in my opinion, I think 7.65%, which is almost 8% of their portfolio. I think that's a pretty big stake in a relatively new company. So if you compare Electron Capital Partners to Jericho Capital, they have over double their portfolio allocated to NIO stock. With Electron Capital, they have almost 8%, and then Jericho Capital, they have 3.54%. So if you add up all the totals of these hedge funds and how much they've invested into NIO, it comes out to a total of $568 million. Now, a big majority of this is held by these top hedge funds, but this is still a very large number for a relatively new company like NIO. It might be different if it were Tesla, and obviously if it was Tesla, this number would be a lot bigger. But for such a new company, only being founded, I believe, in 2014, they've only been around for around 6 years, and they already have hedge funds investing over $500 million into their stock. Now, you probably can't even imagine what would happen if NIO were profitable, which is likely to happen in the next 1 to 3 years. But if NIO were profitable, I think this number would easily double, if not triple, and there would be a lot more hedge funds investing in NIO right now. I think obviously whoever is leading these hedge funds sees something in NIO, and it can't just be a coincidence that there's 30 funds holding NIO stock. Obviously they see a lot of potential in NIO and they think something big is going to happen in the future, or they likely wouldn't be investing in them. And I think with the Chinese government backing up NIO, and more specifically just the EV market as a whole, it does give NIO an advantage over other electric vehicle companies around the world because the Chinese market is the biggest market there is. And with the support of the Chinese government, it's almost like a no-fail business. And this isn't even including the fact that NIO could expand internationally. I know there's been a lot of talk about NIO expanding to Europe, and there's probably a pretty high likelihood that they'll expand to North America as well. I don't know exactly when this would happen because there's only really been talk about expanding to Europe as of right now. But I think if you combine the fact that NIO wants to expand, but currently they're limited by their capital and how much cash they have right now. But if you combine the fact that they want to expand, as well as the backing by the Chinese government, this is where people see a lot of potential in NIO, much like Tesla, how they sell vehicles internationally, and right now they're pretty much dominating China. Well, if NIO can become the top dog in China as well as expand internationally, that will be great for the company as a whole as well as the share price. So it's possible that these hedge funds see that and think to themselves that NIO is just going to go up from here on out. And I think that's the right way to look at it. But right now it's just hard to predict how much NIO can go up and in what time frame. As you guys have heard me say before, I think they'd hit this $30 to $40 range by the end of the year. And there's a lot of analyst predictions with a median price prediction of $100 to $120 in the next 12 months. And so that would be about 8xing your money. And so this $500 million would then be worth about $4 billion that these hedge funds are investing. And for most of them, this is just a small portion of their fund, with the biggest one being at 7.65%. So I can only imagine if they allocated more money to NIO stock and made it a bigger portion of their portfolio, it'd be kind of crazy to see how big their funds would get in the next year or two. So I want to hear what you guys think about all these hedge funds investing in NIO. Do you think it's a bullish sign that they're investing so much into NIO? Or do you think it's kind of foolish of them right now without too much history to back up NIO's share price right now? So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.